We're on Jazz Radio, Mr. Gary Versace. Gary, here we are again.
Hey, man, great to see you. Always good to see you, Derek.
So the last time we spoke a year ago, you had this little project, and that project got you a Grammy nomination, and
Yeah.
it just dropped last year. And talk about that whole experience of being on it, and then working it, playing it live, and getting the word that, oh, by the way, somebody at the Grammy Association folks like it too.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I mean, it was the first time that I really spent 3 or 4 days in the studio doing something exactly the way I wanted to do it. No label, no conditions, no worrying about the budget. We did as many takes as we wanted. We tried things, we tried other things, and made exactly the music that we wanted to make. And no drums, not a lot of flash, but a lot of interplay and a lot of musicality. And I was just proud that people noticed that it was musical, and surprised that it got the nomination. Cecile is amazing and deserved to win, and an amazing musician, as was everybody. So, but people asked me if it would really matter if we won or lost, and not really. It's as Fred Hirsch told me, it's an honor just to be nominated. That's the main thing. And a man who's been nominated 13 times and never won. Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's that. Speaking with Gary Versace. So talk about now going to Hollywood and being on the red carpet and that whole scene. I mean, you were doing something we can't even imagine being in that world. What was it like?
I can't either. It's bizarre. It's amazing. I mean, we did it just to go experience it. I'm not sure, even if I was nominated, if I would go again. But it was great. And the best thing about it is you see your friends. You see musicians that you've always admired. You meet people. You watch the process. And that was really amazing. But it's strange. It's a little strange.
Because people don't realize we're only seeing really the performance part that's televised. It's a whole day.
Oh yeah. The performance part is one venue, but there's a separate venue all day long for the other styles of music. The jazz events are all in a different location.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They don't televise it, but Wayne Shorter was there. Unbelievable. His record won, and it was great to see him get up on stage with his band, and absolutely deserved it. I mean, it's an honor to be in the same room with some of those people, so it's a great thing.
I guess the question I want to ask, do we get a swag bag too? Did the jazz people get swag?
No, I got a little medal.
That works.
Little loser medal, but which I was happy for. But
Participation trophy?
Participation trophy. Everybody's a winner.
Speaking with Gary Versace. So Gary, wrapping up your second year here at Eastman teaching, what's it been like?
It's been great. It's amazing. I love the students, I mean, they're what's always made Eastman incredible. They're dedicated, they're respectful, they want to learn about the music, and they put up with me, but it's great. It's inspiring. They keep me on my toes. I feel like I'm always one step ahead of them, and trying to talk about music is always a somewhat difficult proposition, but I really enjoy it. I feel like it contributes to my own development as much as it does theirs. Because to be able to tell someone about something, you have to digest and understand yourself on a level that I never imagined. So it's wonderful. It's great.
Speaking with Gary Versace. So Gary, I always ask everybody, who are you even checking out in music these days, whether inside or outside of jazz?
Oh, man. I mean, I am always checking out everything. I'll share a story. I rehearsed playing with Scott Robinson tonight in Hatch, and I sent him some music, and this guy has played with everybody for so many years. We've been bandmates with Maria Schneider for 15 years, but he has played for 40 years with all of the greatest musicians in jazz. And he says, I sent him some music, and I expected him to know it. This one particular piece he didn't know. It was a Lenny Tristano piece. And he got it that night. He says he typically practices all night. So he just got back from a festival. He woke up at 10:30 p.m., and he looked at it, and he said, I don't know this piece. So he started doing his research, and he said, now I know what I have to practice tonight. And he said he stayed up all night checking out Warren Marsh. And he said people always come up to him and say, man, you sound like Warren Marsh. He said, well, I never really checked out Warren Marsh, to be honest. And he said, now I have. I've started the process. And he thanked me for that. And that's exactly what I thank my students for. They bring in a new record. They tell me about somebody I haven't really checked out. Maybe they're on my radar, but I haven't really heard it. And then I do the research, and I'm off on another few hours of fun, or days or weeks or years, depending who it is. So anyway, I don't know if that answered the question.
Absolutely. Speaking with Gary Versace, playing 2 shows tonight over at Hatch Hall with Scott Robinson. Gary, again, thanks so much for doing what you're doing and helping the next generation take jazz further.
Thank you for doing what you're doing and for participating and letting everybody know about this stuff. It's an amazing time of year, and the musicians here are incredible, and it's so great to see so many people come out, and you guys are part of that.